Alright, so we got our swordfish, 2 steaks, we got one beautiful lobster tail, and we got some chopped garlic here, we got some onion here. We're gonna start to cook fish first, and then while the fish gonna rest, we will finish our beautiful sauce for the meantime, and then we build up the dish. So drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on a pan, some garlic, some onion in there, let's have some lobster in the half. So when I do cutting the lobster, I put my tip of my knife very strong on the chopping board, and put my hand on top of the blade, and then handle push down. So that's how I control my knife, and it's very easy way to cut the lobster. I like to take excess of any water or liquids of my seafood before I start to cook. So that's how I control the cooking temperature on my. So I got some olive oil on my pan for seafood, and I also have some drizzle over here. Just to give some coating. So when you cook swordfish, it's essentially to put on a medium-high heat pan and sear from both sides about 20-30 seconds, and then take them off the pan and give a rest for a few minutes. That will still continue cooking process. The while surfaces of the fish is hot, temperature raised inside nice and evenly and gradually. Because swordfish is very tricky fish, you might get overcook it so quick. About the seasoning seafood before you cooking it, it's in my personal opinion, it could be done after you done the searing, after you done actually searing. Because if you marinate before, it starts to release a lot of liquid and moist, which is which is stopping your frying. It's gonna be like semi-boiling. However, it's nothing wrong if you season it right before you're cooking. Our skillet is ready now, you can hear it. And the lobster as well, flash down on the skillet. In this duet, lobster gonna take longer to be done rather than swordfish. Swordfish is very elegant fish, gonna be done quicker. We give a nice golden brown sear, and we turn it over. We get another. It also depends on the temperature actually of your skillet, but Yeah, it should be about 20 to 30 seconds if the oil is ready. But it's alright. You can keep it longer till you get golden brown on the edges of the fish. And lobster also got some nice color. Alright. Fish is gonna rest now for the meantime. Lobster is still long way to go, so we'll keep him here, fresh up, and probably put on the low heat, and I'm gonna cover this with some lid, and that's it for the meantime. The lobster and the sauce, and it's ready now. Also, lobster you could put in the bake in the oven. In the oven to bake till it's ready. No problem. If you do barbecue, you can leave your barbecue lid and leave it there for a few minutes till it's ready. The swordfish is gonna come back to the pan later on before we finish the dish, to give a nice heat all the way around. One more time. So what I wanted my sauce to have a nice flavor of the garlic and onion and olive oil. I wanted my sauce to have a nice flavor of the garlic and onion and olive oil. So I give some golden brown color of the vegetables. Then I cool down my pan with the white wine, preferably Sauvignon Blanc, some dry and flavorful wines. And after the pan is cooled down, we're gonna pour cream, and we finish up with the seasoning: salt, pepper, could be some lemon zest, could be peppers, whatever herbs you like to see in your sauce, and what is your favorite herbs you can put in there. In my case, I'm gonna put some dill and maybe some parsley. I believe it works well with the particular concept dish. Beautiful. Nearly done. Lobster also nearly done. Just baking himself in a skillet. Oh yes, it's definitely ready. So now pour in wine to cool down the skillet. The important why we need to cool down the skillet, the pan, because if you not and you pour your cream in a hot pan, the cream will break in the curd and fats. To keep your sauce nice and beautiful, you need to cool down the skillet, your pan, before you pour the cream. Also, before you pour in the cream, you need to make sure you reduce a bit your wine. You could be so generous in it. If you don't like cream, go without. You can use this sauce as it is. For example, you can finish with the peppers and herbs and some lemon juice instead of, to give a more sauce in it. but you can finish with just butter if you want, or extra virgin olive oil, and make it dairy free. No problem. Now pour in the cream in it. And keep mixing and stirring to avoid any breakage of the sauce. Yeah, it's quite tricky sometimes, but if you use very fatty cream, it's gonna be easy, more sustainable on the texture. First part of the cream is married together with the wines. Now I'm gonna put second part of the cream. Also a little trick can help. And keep mixing. First part of the salt, just to be there. For sure, need to put more salt later on when it reduced a bit. So I put my it's in a medium low heat now to keep reducing slowly. Lobster tail, nearly done. Swordfish is nice and resting. It's about blue condition now. Well, I suggest to eat just medium or medium to well. It's a great fish, but yeah, don't cook it well. Don't cook through the whole fish. It won't taste so good as well as tuna. And too raw swordfish, I don't personally like it, but if you do, go for it. Nice and strong flavor of the garlic. That's what we want. You also feel grapes. Nice and smooth, creamy. But texture of the sauce not ready yet, so we have to reduce a bit longer. And we're gonna finish up our sauce with the touch of butter. Could be salted butter or any butter. And I think this is a good moment to bring back our swordfish to the pan to continue cooking, to finish cooking. Generally the same technique as you're cooking steak. First you grill it, then you rest it, then you bring it back to finish up. Same method. When you do surf and turf with steak, right? So you cook your steak on lobster or prawns. In our scenario, we create a dish similar to surf and turf, but base no meat. Instead of steak, we're using swordfish steak. I'm gonna cook the swordfish about half of 1 minute from each side, one more time, and then we're gonna see how it is. So now to build everything together, my sauce is almost ready, but I'm not gonna put parsley in there till I'm going to serve. So this lobster going in there in the sauce. I want the shellfish of the lobster give more flavor and intensity of seafood to the sauce, to the actual dish. And this boy gonna lift all dish up end of the day. And accompaniment with the swordfish. Well, yeah, swordfish is a must be consumed right away as you done it. You cannot keep it for tomorrow and then reheat it or whatever. I believe swordfish is excellent dish for special occasions like a birthday or family barbecue or maybe celebration of Christmas. Just make a nice sauce and cook your lobster and swordfish on a char grill or on a skillet at home. Beautiful. Well, this type of sauce requires attention, and if you forget about it, it's gonna break it down on a fast. So you need to look after sauce time to time, mix it, and give a bit of attention. All right, fish is ready now. Again, I'm gonna put on a tissue. Beautiful sauce, ready to go. So switch off the flame. And we're gonna finish our dish with the parsley and some parmesan. The side dishes is suggested. What I suggesting is probably the risotto, or just the plain risotto, risotto bianco it's called, or you can do some green pea risotto, asparagus risotto, maybe some sweet corn risotto. Could be mashed potato, nice and creamy, and if you like you can do some Dauphinoise potatoes for a special occasion. I'm using sea salt, touch of black pepper if you want to. Start to plate our dish. We put a bit of butter in the sauce. This is the right time, just before you serve. And right when you put the butter in the sauce, keep stirring and keep mixing. Could be cold butter, could be room temperature butter, it's alright, but cold butter is always better. It's cooling down a bit the sauce and create a beautiful shyness and sauce texture rather than warm or soft butter. Alright. Beautiful. I like it. Mamma mia. Now plating up. Crispy skin swordfish, medium well. Give a bit of salt on it. Salt, pepper. Parsley in the sauce. And then I'm gonna put some lime zest as well, or lemon zest. I think it could work very well. Just a touch. Well, remember when using lemon zest, you need to use only last layer of the lemon, because the white part of the zest is quite strong. The texture of the sauce looks beautiful, perfectly right, and then you apply the sauce over your seafood and fish. So you got the crispy skin steak, you got a nice and soft lobster, and the sauce give a creaminess to the whole dish. Well, it's definitely worth it. Some more parsley, finish up, and some more zest on the top. If you want some more lemons, it's alright. Alright. Voila! Our salt and char fish is ready. Good to go. Enjoy!